What is going on in the overemployed army? I want to talk about behavioral interviews. Behavioral interviews are an essential component of any interview, whether you're in tech, finance, marketing, trying to become a janitor, it doesn't matter, a teacher, whatever, right? They're super important because if you have every technical aspect nailed down to perfection, it'll be completely useless if your hiring manager or the person interviewing you thinks that you won't be able to work on their team, meaning you won't be able to collaborate or share good communication with your team. And if you can't do that, any expertise in any technical field or any skill is completely useless. It's void, right? So you have to realize that although having good technical skills and abilities are super important depending on the position as well, if you don't have the behavioral aspect, that's a complete no-go. Because you could get away with an interview where maybe they don't nail down on every interview technical question, right? Maybe they don't make you code a super hard algorithm. And you can kind of slip by with even just mediocre tech skills. But if you cannot nail the behavioral part at all, there's zero chance of you getting an offer. And that's why it's super important, because a lot of people overlook this and they think of it as something that's it's just common sense to answer these type of questions, and anybody can do it. Anybody that's been through elementary or high school can do it. But the reality is it's a really special skill to have, because you have to combine making yourself look good in terms of a marketing point, so being able to sell yourself, but you also have to come across as super likable, easy to talk with, and really easy to coach, right? Because that's really what people look for. They want someone that's easy to coach. They easily think they could have a beer with that person, meaning it's super, you just produce a relaxed environment, right? It's not like it's hard to talk to you. People don't have to walk on eggshells around you. And if you can kind of master that, being able to express that to interviewers that you are that type of person, and you answer behavioral questions properly, you give really good scenarios, you have planned scenarios. If they ask you a specific question, like, give me a scenario you had a conflict with a coworker, you already have a planned example, so you don't stutter and come up with nothing on the spot or try to make up a half-assed story and then you fail. And you also are able to, for the times that you don't have a backup scenario, like a planned one, you can kind of make up something on the spot, right? So something where you've generally maybe gone through, or you can kind of imagine going through, and you present it in a way that's really easy to understand, and they can really see that you'd be a good person to work with. You have to realize that, especially for a lot of you that don't aim for the top tech companies, finance companies, whatever, the top pinnacle of companies, you're going to be looking for something that's more mid-level, average, above average, which is still fine. You can still get a good salary. You can still be fully remote, which is still great for you overall. But you have to realize that in that position, those hiring managers aren't looking for perfection in terms of the technical side. They're looking more for, is this person easy to coach? And can I, like I said before, can I have a beer with this person? Because since you're not going to be getting crazy salaries at that offer, your hiring manager also isn't getting a crazy salary, right? So why would he want to deal with someone that's kind of an asshole or can't communicate well if his salary isn't even that high? Like, your manager will not be getting paid enough to deal with someone that's not fun to work with. So you have to make sure you come across as super coachable, easy to work with, and you have planned scenarios as examples for specific behavioral questions, and also you're able to adapt and think of stuff on the spot. So make sure you practice that, and remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you guys next time.